lecture on power quality. Today we'll see introduction to power quality. So as everybody is aware that electrical devices are designed to utilize electricity at a given voltage and frequency. These two parameters are important, the voltage and frequency, while the current is dependent on load. Now if the power supplied to the device deviates from the design parameters, then the performance of the device will not be optimum and any process which is connected to that device may not perform or may not give output as it is to give in normal condition. Now when this deviation from the design parameters become excessive, the device may not operate at all, and due to that the process which is connected to that device will also stop. Now coming to the power quality, the term power quality describes a broader subject. Let's see which are the parameters. So power quality is to do with the continuity of service. The supply need to be continuous. Electricity being a peculiar quantity, it needs continuous to work for an equipment in an effective manner. Variation in voltage magnitude either on lower side or on higher side, both are not acceptable to the equipments. There could be some transient voltages or currents which may damage the equipment or may stop the process. And lastly, harmonic content in the sinusoidal waveform. With the era of nonlinear loads, the harmonic is a very buzzword and it is important term in a power quality. So these are the four parameters which are normally taken into consideration in power quality. So what is a power quality? So power quality is about deviations of voltage and or current from the ideal. Of course, ideal supply is not available. It is a theoretical concept, but what are the deviations that are happening in voltage and or current, and whether or not the deviation is important depends upon the purpose of the installation and the design of the equipment. Some installations are very sensitive and they are connected to different processes, manufacturing process, data center or any other computer system server, and there the deviation may not be acceptable. In addition to the purpose of the installation, it will also depend on the design of the equipment. If it is a poorly designed equipment, it has a less tolerance level, it is not immune to the power quality problem, then there will be problems in the working of the equipment. This diagram shows various power quality parameters. Starting from the first, it's a harmonic. There is a distortion in the waveform, and then there is a reactive power. Next is a network unbalance, voltage variations. It encompasses dips, sags, swells. Next is oscillations, which could be due to resonances, flicker, and last transients, that is fast disturbances. So these are all the some of the power quality problems. Let's look at some of the power quality definitions. Now, power quality is a term that means different things to different people. It's very just like success is different for different people. It is altogether a perspective. Power quality is nothing but a perspective. But going by the standard, let's see. The IEEE 1159/2019 defines power quality as the concept of powering and grounding electronic equipment in a manner that is suitable to the operation of that equipment and it is compatible with the premise wiring system and other connected equipments. While if you go for a simpler definition, we could define power quality as a set of electrical boundaries, that means voltage or the frequency, that allows a piece of equipment to function in its intended manner without significant loss of performance and life expectancy. As mentioned earlier, ideal power supply is not available. So always there will be some variation. But how much variations are acceptable? Those are such that there should not be any significant loss of performance or there should not be any reduction in the life expectancy. Now there are three important stakeholders in power quality: a utility, which gives the supply; a manufacturer who manufactures this equipment and which are used in the various industries; and the customer. The utility may define power quality as reliability and show statistic demonstrating that it is a system is 99.98% reliable. So they are not here looking at the characteristic of power supply, but they are just seeing the availability. Now the devices nowadays are so sensitive that just having a supply availability is not sufficient, but it should be also within the limits that are prescribed by that equipment. Now, a manufacturer of the load equipment may define power quality as those characteristics of the power supply that enable the equipment to work properly. So, manufacturer is concentrating on the characteristic of the power supply, and he tells that the equipment will work properly if and only if the characteristic of the power supply, that is the voltage or the frequency, is as per the design of the equipment. But lastly, power quality is ultimately a consumer driven issue, and any power problem manifested in voltage or current or frequency deviations that result in the failure or misoperation of customer equipment is a problem to customer. So although there are three different definitions and every stakeholder will try to see power quality from their point of view, but the most important view should be consumer, because at the end the consumer is the one who is going to get affected. Thank you.